Hey guys! So I wanted to come on here and do a follow-up video to my, what I thought was going to be my final appointment last Thursday. Ended up not. These things happen. Sometimes you misunderstand. Shit happens. So I'm going to dive into that and kind of tell you guys, make sure you follow all the steps and read the fine print and ask a ton of questions because, like I said, there were some misunderstandings and now I'm having to wait an additional 2 weeks before they even submit to my insurance. So to dive in, so weight, I was super excited. I was at or just below 2 pounds below where they wanted me to be. So that was super exciting. I did do, and I can post it down in the comments section, but I did do sort of a like fruit and vegetable cleanse. TMI, but when I was sick with all the medications, I wasn't going to the bathroom as regular as I generally do. So I wanted something to kind of kickstart, and I was a little nervous to do it because the lady at GNC said that I needed to stay home and close to a bathroom, and I was like, ugh. But then I started reading reviews and people are like, no, if you eat healthy, you don't have those adverse side effects. It just helps you be more regular. So I guess I should have just bought a laxative because I essentially bought an expensive laxative. But it didn't even make me go like crazy amounts or like miss work or anything. It just put me back on my schedule. So I can link that down below, but it's just their generic 2-day, they call it a cleanse, but it's not really a cleanse because I've done cleanses before. Trust me, this was not a normal like cleanse. It was just kickstart things. So that was good. I definitely think that made me lose some water weight because I did notice I was peeing a lot more. Which I told you guys I'm super sensitive to sodium and water. I know before my show, my old coach had me reduce my water intake and I lost 10 pounds of just pure water weight. Like that was not fat in that last like week and a half. So I just know that I carry about 10 pounds of water, which is totally fine. Everyone's different and some people might retain even more water. It's crazy. I know post-surgery, that's one thing that a lot of people say. Like when I had my C-section, my legs were literally like so swollen for weeks. It took about a month for them to go down. So anyways, anyone could be carrying, any amount of water weight. So that was nice to kind of get that water weight off because I hadn't really gained weight while I was sick. I was just, taking medication and cough drops and cough syrup and all that stuff. So it makes you retain water, or at least it makes me retain water. So that was exciting. Walked in and I was like, yes, I'm, a little bit below where they want me to be. I finished all my homework, like good to go. They're going to tell me they're going to submit to insurance. No. She started talking to me. She said, congrats. We talked about like what I've been doing eating wise. Cause I'll tell you, like, I think I said this in my last video, I've gone up and down throughout this, 6 months. So we talked about that. And then we talked about my sleep study. So it was my impression when I did my sleep study that, cause the doctor told me that, normal is anywhere between 1 and 5, a score. I was a 5.3. So it was my understanding that it was a recommendation, not a requirement to get a CPAP. So I was pushing it off because when the medical company reached out to me, you have to hit your deductible. Well, I know I'm going to hit my deductible next year. So I was like, well, why not, instead of paying it lump sum, like why not wait till I hit my deductible next year with surgery and not have to pay as much all up at front. So she said no, that because they put in there that they were recommending a CPAP, that I had to get one and they have to have 2 weeks of recorded usage. I think she said 40% of the time or 50% of the time you have to be using it. So that really sucked. I did reach out to that other doctor that I did the sleep study with. That was Thursday, evening-ish, like 4:30, 5 o'clock. So hopefully maybe I'll hear back today from her. And they did say that if she says yes, it was just a recommendation, she's not actually diagnosed with sleep apnea because the score was so low, but all my other symptoms, you know, being tired, fatigued, we kind of just said, let's try it out. So if she comes back and says, yes, I'm recommending it, but it's not a requirement, she's not diagnosed with sleep apnea, then they'll excuse it. Otherwise, I mean, it's fine. I have an appointment this week to get the machine, and then in 2 weeks, I'll be fine, and I'll call the doctor's, you know, office back and be like, hey, date is in, let's get this ball rolling. So we'll see, you know, which way it goes, but definitely, you know, when I was in there, I was super bummed because I was like, I really want to have surgery in January. Is that going to happen? And, you know, they keep it hush hush. Like, they don't want to tell you anything, get your hopes up, and then have it, you know, not happen. And so she wouldn't even give me a ballpark of a time frame, which is really hard because I, you know, have a life and work and, you know, a child, and I just want to know. I want to know, like, if it's not going to be January, that's fine. Like, let's go February, let's go March, but I just want to know when it's going to be, or just have an idea in my head. So I'm trying not to be too bummed. Like I said, I was disappointed when I was in the office, but then I left and I was like, yeah, you know, 2 weeks is nothing, and maybe the CPAP will really change my life and I'll have so much more energy, and then my workouts will be better, and my, you know, energy level with my son will be better, and, you know, I can go watch late night movies with my husband if he wants to, because usually I'm like, no, it's, you know, work night, I'm tired, I gotta go to bed. So maybe it will actually, you know, improve my quality of life. So I'll try that one out, and I'll let you guys know. Maybe I'll do a review when I get my CPAP. I am kind of nervous about it, but it'll be okay. I'm gonna stay positive. And yeah, I'm just gonna think about, you know, all the good things that are gonna come out of this, and 2 weeks in the grand scheme of life is nothing. So yeah, so that was kind of my, you know, final appointment, not final appointment, but just an update of where I'm at. So weigh-in last Thursday was 220 pounds. So that's exciting. You know, I've lost 21 pounds since starting the program because like I told you guys before, I gained some weight and then have lost it. So yeah, I'm happy with, you know, the 21 pound weight loss. They're only counting it as from when I first went in. They're not counting the gain and then the loss again, which is whatever, I don't care. But I know that I, you know, gained and then lost. So I've been putting in some work because it's not easy. If you guys try to carry 21 pounds, that's how much my son weighs. It's heavy AF. So yeah, I hope you all have a wonderful day. And like I said in my last few videos, if you guys have questions or, you know, an idea for what you would like a video or something that I've gone through or a part of this process, let me know. And I hope you have a beautiful day. Bye bye now.